Hi, I'm Yassine, and I want to give you an update on the development of Late for Work. Today I want to talk about Update 8. We call this one the balancing update. So every few updates we take some time to polish the game and focus on gameplay balancing. We read everything that players write, the feedback that we receive, and we love to hear from you because you guys play the games in various scenarios that we cannot always simulate in-house. Uh, One of the most challenging aspects of this game is the dynamic nature of the number of players. So you could be playing on your own against AI, or you could be playing with your friend, or you could be having a party and be playing with four other players. You could be a parent playing with your two kids, or your 6-year-old is under the headset. So there's a variety of skill levels, and there's a variety of number of players, and these things make for a difficult balancing task for us. Still, we do our best to balance the game, and we've been working in more and more dynamic balancing systems. We've also received some very contrasting feedback sometimes. On the same thread, you'll see one person say that the gorilla's OP, and then the next person will reply and say, "Oh, no, the gorilla is way underpowered," and these are the sort of challenges we face. So what we implemented first of all in the deathmatch game mode is to scale both the gorilla health and the vehicle number of lives based on the number of players. The goal for this was to avoid long drawn out matches when you don't have the right amount of players. So the deathmatch mode had been balanced for 3 to 4 players, and when you play 1v1 and you have to kill the single player 20 times, it is very difficult and gets very repetitive. So when it's 1v1, then the flat player only has 5 lives. And the gorilla's health is also scaled down so the flat player actually has a chance of hurting them. But uh, it's a simple little scaling, but it really helps make that game mode feel a lot better. Another thing we did in this update is to improve the tank aiming. The tank controls and aiming has been a source of frustration for a lot of players and a challenge for us to get right. And we've improved it quite a bit. And if you refer to one of our previous dev diaries, we discussed some of the issues of tank aiming. So what we did to improve the aiming is we made the UI for it much more intuitive. In the old system, you had this cursor on screen, but the cursor was not aiming where your shot was going to land. It was aiming the arc of your shot. So I mean, if you had to aim at the gorilla, you would have to aim above the gorilla's head to land a shot. And we felt this was more realistic. You're aiming the tank barrel where you want to shoot it, but it makes tank aiming so much more difficult. So what we changed is we put the cursor where your shot's going to land, and then we calculate the trajectory for you. I feel all these things make the shooting a lot more intuitive, and we'd love to hear your feedback on this. So that's about it for Update 8. Thank you again for watching and listening. Please leave us your comments and feedback. We'd love to hear from you, and it helps us improve the game.